Lambrecht, Gruber, Hans Beck, Lorenz Schumacher, Peter Plaver, his servant Peter, and Hans Toller, A.D. 1532. In this year 6 brethren named Lambrecht Gruber, Hans Beck, Lorenz Schumacher, Peter Plaver, and his servant Peter, and Hans Toller were apprehended for the divine truth at Sterzing, in Etschland, and greatly tortured and racked in order to compel them to apostatize, but they valiantly and firmly persevered in that which God had given them, and which they had promised God in Christian baptism. They were then sentenced to death and executed, all 6 valiantly testifying with their blood to the truth of God, and greatly rejoicing, Acts 5:41, over the day of their departure from this world, because of the suffering and pain in the abominable wickedness of the world, which they had to endure for a long time, also because of the awful blasphemy and contempt of God, which causes pain to all lovers of God, which they had to hear during their imprisonment. They took leave from us, and admonished us not to be dull or heedless in hearing and retaining the word of God, nor in prayer and the worship of God, for if one comes to such places it is necessary for him to have done so, and he regrets it if he has spent an hour unprofitably. Conrad Feichter, and several others, A.D. 1532. In this year also Conrad Feichter was apprehended for the faith at Sterzing, and much pain was inflicted upon him. He was so racked and stretched that the ungodly executioners and children of Pilate themselves thought that he could not endure it, but would be torn asunder. There were also some imprisoned with him, who were much tempted by a multitude of priests and others, by perversion of the Scriptures, with knavery, craftiness, deceit, and delusion, in order to subdue them. It was also tried to gain them by promising to leave them in possession of home, wife, children, and life, but as they could by no means turn them from the truth, they sentenced and forthwith executed them, and thus they steadfastly attested the truth with their blood.